Good morning, everybody. This is a little bit different of a video. This is what has a connection to my family roots growing up in New York. And what I'm showing you here is a Boeing 314 Clipper. This is the Yankee Clipper. There were 12 Clippers made. The Yankee Clipper is the only one that crashed. Some were sold, some were scrapped, some were used for parts, some were sunk. It's basically a flying fortress, transatlantic flight, one of the firsts, very luxury liner, based out of New York, flew to Europe, and the history of the Clipper has a little connection to my personal life, or the name, the Yankee Clipper. And the reason why I say that is, I'm going to pan over here to another computer because I'm not your tech savvy guru. This is the Yankee Clipper Diner. The Yankee Clipper Diner is in Beacon, New York. That is the new Yankee Clipper Diner above, and this one down here is probably the original. If history is correct, and what I know or been told, that the original diner burnt down, rebuilt, and then apparently moved. But it appears to be in almost the same spot, and we're maybe just moved maybe a couple 100 feet, but don't quote me on that. So, the reason why I have a connection to the Yankee Clipper, which was named after the flying Boeing 314 Clipper flying boat, is because my grandfather and my great-grandfather were cooks back in the day, probably late 40s, early 50s, at the Yankee Clipper Diner. And my wife and I, we had the opportunity to go there, eat. You know, I was born in Beacon, New York, and grew up in Fishkill. But we did go back together, and we ate at the diner. And had a chat with the original, well, not the original owners, but the now owners of it. Stainless steel diners are very popular up there in the Northeast. So I've always wanted to go to the Yankee Clipper and eat. It's one of those things that's in your backyard that you never really see or do. And I hadn't. So my connection is being that my grandfather and great-grandfather were cooks at this diner. I'm a cook by trade. So I had an opportunity to buy, after we found the original dishes from the Yankee Clipper Diner. Now, there is that possibility that my grandfather and great-grandfather handled these dishes. And there are a few more out there. Now, we have probably a 10-inch dinner plate here, a divided plate here, of course a cereal bowl, and probably a creamer for the place setting there. We did get a set of 4. I did hear that there's some more out there, but I thought that this was sufficient enough for us. Let somebody else have some of the history as well. But they all are in great shape. No chips, no cracks. And it might be a little glue stain or something up there from the tape on the bowl, but they're very heavy. Let me see if I can turn them over, find out where they're made. Let's see. It doesn't come in that well. Syracuse, New York, or is that Syracuse? Let me see. Yeah, Syracuse, New York. Okay. So, yeah, there's a big connection of New York there. Back in the day when New York was a great state. But yeah, this was just an unusual video. Share a little bit about our history, mine, and America's history. Other than that, if anybody has any information, because I surely don't know the whole history of it, as I'm going to start researching it. If you have any information, definitely feel free to comment, send me a message. I'd greatly appreciate it because these are definitely cool. Like I said, definitely a different video, but I thought it was cool. Thought I'd share and go from there. All right, everybody, y'all have a great day. Today's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Take care of each other. Lambo out.